Okay.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Art Snack. Art Snack is that time of day when we take just a short break from our hectic work to talk about art. My name is Jennylynd James, and I'm an artist who enjoys painting dancers, singers, musicians in acrylic on canvas. With me today is Elwin Joseph, all the way from St. Croix, US Virgin Islands. Hello, Elwin.
Hi, Ms. James. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And thank you so much for joining me today on Art Snack.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
So, Elwin, tell me a bit about your journey as an artist.
Well, my journey, I live in the Virgin Islands, like you said, you just mentioned. I live in St. Croix, but I was born in Dominica.
Okay.
And as a little boy, I don't know, something in me, everybody told me it's a gift from God. I always dabble. You always used to draw,
Yes.
whether it's on a piece of cardboard, whether it's on a piece of paper, whether it's on whatever, pen, pencil, marker, because I had two aunts that were teachers. So, you'd always find pens and markers around the house. So,
Okay.
a boy and draw. But I always draw. I always do black and white. I love black and white. I love pencil. I love charcoal and all this type of thing. So this is where it started. And then after moving here, I went to secondary school where I took just one subject in art, but all the things that were being taught there, I knew already. It was just, to enhance my ability of, of what I want and my creativity of what I really knew. And from there, I went into high school and I took basic art in high school. My teacher, which we became very close, I took basic art and she was a very good teacher and she mastered piece of artist. And I learned a lot from her.
Right.
But my journey continues, as a self-taught. I am self-taught.
Okay.
My journey continues on my own. And that's where I start to create, all those pieces that you're looking at, because I was always consistent.
And what is your favorite media when it comes to painting?
Oh, my favorite medium. Although I paint in all different mediums, but my favorite medium is watercolor. I love challenging.
Okay. Yes. Now, people say watercolor is the most difficult medium to paint in. Do you find that?
I think so. I think, well, when I first started, well, right now I could say I could relate differently because watercolor is the thing. When you learn it, if you learn something, it comes easy. If you don't know about something, then it's a hard thing.
Okay, the technique.
But watercolor is a medium that paints itself. But my style of working, you work with that type of technique, but my technique is more realistic. I do more realistic work. So you would find that a lot of people would find that, oh, do you do that? But it comes with practice, because sometimes when I teach people, I teach students, and then type of thing, I always tell them there are three rules in watercolor: practice, practice, and practice.
Okay.
You have to always practice.
Right.
Always. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, Elwin, please show me a few samples of your work. I'm looking forward to seeing some of your art.
Some of my work, this is some of my older works. This piece here is a piece, realistic piece that I did of a picture that I took in Mexico.
Okay.
And about this piece, what happened is there was a competition in Egypt, and it was on two different subjects. It was on animals and people, portraits.
Okay.
And surprising to me that both pieces that I submitted to that exhibition, that competition, in fact, both of them got best collection.
Oh
Both
my goodness, congratulations.
Yeah. So I got best collection in animals, which is the birds. And the other piece that I did was a picture of Bob Marley that I did with his locks flying around. I have it somewhere, but it's huge. And
Okay. And all
I got
watercolor.
an all watercolor,
Wow,
yeah.
just amazing. It looks like a photograph.
Yeah.
As you
I
said,
do
your
a lot
style
of
is realistic. Yes.
realism. Yeah, realism. Yeah.
Please show me another one.
Oh, then I could show you um this one here is I like doing people too. Well, that is one
Yes,
of
and
my
who is the lady? Who is the subject?
yeah. Miss Fancibel, and unfortunately she passed away 2 years ago.
Okay.
I have this friend in New York. She's a photographer,
Yes.
and we talk very often. And she said, "Elwin, I know you like doing people. I have a picture that I want you to paint." And
Yes.
she told me a story about this lady, the impact that she had on her life. And I said, "Okay, man, I gotta paint this."
Yes.
And surprising to you that there was, because I got a lot of, people know that I do a lot of exhibition, international exhibition and competition. And then I got an invitation from the International Water Exhibition in Houston, Texas. And
Right.
I submitted this piece.
Yes.
And surprising to me, it got in. It got
First
in.
prize.
So
Oh, congratulations. It's
got
quite
in.
detailed. Hold
So
it up to this screen again. Let's see. Oh, yes.
yes.
Very detailed work. I'm sure she's smiling down from heaven right now, looking at this beautiful work that
Looking
you
at
did.
this beautiful work, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And there are some others that I did. There's another one, a concrete worker. This is a concrete worker. And
Oh,
the
yes.
details, if you look closely, I'm going to bring it a little closer, but if you look at the gloves, you see all
Yes.
the detail. And that's where the realism comes in with
Yes.
the
Yes.
all torn up gloves. Because um, let me say that, let me say that to the public, because a lot of people sometimes they are looking for subjects to paint. There is a website that some photographers they what they did, they come up with this website, and what they did, it's called Pixabay, Pixabay.com.
Okay.
They are free. You could go on there and get any picture that you want. All what they're asking for is just a little credit to mention their name,
Right.
and you could use it commercially. There's no copyright, there's no anything.
So
So
please repeat that website.
it's Pixabay, Pixabay.com. Yeah.
Okay, Pixabay.
And whatever you want to type, if you want, whatever you want to paint, if you want to paint a boat, you type in boats. If you want to paint people, you put in people. And it makes it easier, because a lot of people sometimes, majority of people have phones, but not, I use my camera all the time,
Yeah.
and sometimes you see a subject, and you go on there, and you know it's amazing the subjects that are on there that you could
Yes.
paint. It's not
Right.
everybody that could take pictures and they want to paint, so it helps a lot. So I'm just putting
Yes.
it out there for somebody that
Very good. Thank you.
might be looking for subjects that they want to paint. Go on there, and
Yes.
you put some subjects on there. Seriously.
Okay, any more? We have time for what to see one more painting.
Oh, you have time to see one
One
more.
more. Can't get enough.
Being from the Caribbean,
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
I I love painting. I
Caribbean.
love painting the Caribbean people, and if you
Yes.
notice that we have different culture, but the cultural attire is similar. We have different culture. We have our dishes might be a little bit different, but we have the same
Yes, so
attire.
the plaid again, fly.
There's one more painting that I want to show you. Being that I am from the Virgin Islands, I want to
Okay,
show you. Just give me 1 minute.
okay.
This is a
Ooh,
painting I did of some mokojumbis. And people should be
yes,
relating to that.
yes.
Mokojumbis. If you notice, it has the VI flag.
Oh,
And man, people love that painting.
oh,
People
yes, it's beautiful.
love it, love
So
it,
the
love it.
Mokojambi is holding the Virgin Islands flag.
The Virgin Islands flag, yeah.
Okay.
That is our flag, yeah. So
For those who don't know,
yeah,
Mokojambi's characters on stilts.
yeah, they're on stilts, yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that work. And what projects do you have going on at the moment?
They're still at the gallery, but I just had a solo show. I
Yeah.
had a group show before that.
Any
Prior
special
to
theme
that,
for the solo show?
it was People, Place, and Things. The reason why I name it that way, People, Place, and Things, because I'm a person that I'm an artist that a lot of people say, you know, I mean, hey, you paint everything, and that's what I do. Because I might have a show and then, you know, I mean, paint all flowers. People might not want flowers. They might want something different.
Yes.
So I paint people, I paint, you know, I mean, subjects that, you know, you might never think that somebody might put a brush to, you know, and paint it.
Right.
If you
Excellent.
notice by me showing you those things, you know, I paint places. I like doing landscapes, seascapes, cityscapes, you know, I mean, still lives and all this type of thing. So I'm not just a flower painter or just a landscape painter, but I do a bit of everything.
I can relate to that. I like to paint whatever subject matter is trending in my head at the time.
Right.
Or whatever attracts me at the time. Very good. And any future projects that you can think of?
I like I mentioned before, I do a lot of international. Well, my art used to be all around the Caribbean. Yes. You know, based around the Caribbean, because when Ovensa was in St. Croix, now they're closed. For those who don't know about Ovensa, that was the third largest refinery in the Virgin Islands. So they're closed. At that time, a lot of people were buying a lot of art.
Oh.
But now, so I wanted to broaden my whole aspect of my art. I wanted to broaden my art, let the whole world see my art.
Yes.
So now I'm doing a lot of competitions out there, as far as I'm doing the National Water Society, which is based in California. I'm doing the American Water Society, which is based in New York.
Okay.
I just mentioned the National Water Society. I'm an associated member. I am also an International Water Society member of America.
Okay.
I do, like I said, I did a competition in Egypt. I was just featured in the Best of Watercolor magazine.
Ooh,
on page 77. Yeah, on page 77. Here is my work, detailed work.
Wonderful.
Yes, the Best of Watercolor magazine, Splash 22. So I'm doing more international work. So, you know, the exposure, you know, I mean, that's when you call me, I said, you know what, that's another part of exposure. And if you want to get us up there, who could refuse that? You know what I mean? So,
well, yes, it's just artists helping artists. That's the way I look at it. Yes, and how can viewers see more of your work? What are what's your website, your social media handles?
I have, my website is, well, right now, let me say that because people might go out there and they might want to see some of my new stuff. Then it's not updated, but it's elwinjosephartist.com.
Yes.
I'll repeat that. That's elwinjosephartist.com.
Yes.
My Instagram page is Elwin Joseph Art. And my Facebook page is Elwin Joseph Joes, with apostrophe S,
Yes.
Art. And you go on there and you see majority of my work.
Okay,
Instagram and Facebook is updated. But
right.
My website, I got to start working on it. Maybe this weekend. I got to start working on it.
So I'll put this information here on the screen so viewers can see more of your work and get in touch if they want to. Viewers can also see my work at jennylyndjames.pixels.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Art by Jennylynd James. That's Art by Jennylynd James. Thank you so much again, Elwin. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. And thanks for participating in Art Snack. And lots of viewers, please hit that subscribe button to get notified on the next episode of Art Snack. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss James.
You're welcome.